Hey everybody, welcome back to Fortress State of Mind. I'm super excited. Listen, I've been talking to you guys about trains for the real longest, and here we are. It's now time to launch this off. So apologies for not getting it out past Sunday. Had some issues with the camera and the mic. Come to find out, the replacement product that I was supposed to have today did not come through correctly. So the replacement actually comes in Sunday. So what you're listening to right now is the built-in microphone. So bear with me through this one video. I think it still sounds decent, but we're gonna get better and better and better, and we're all growing, and we're all in this to grow together. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And Fake Sheldon, if you're out there, because I know you're not real, I'm just a huge Big Bang Theory fan. I hope you're excited and I hope you enjoy it. Let's get right into it. We're gonna talk about two elements of a train, okay? The very first part is what we call the locomotive. The locomotive is that big beast that pulls all of the other train cars. And a train car could be different things, right? You could have a passenger car, you could have a materials train car, you could have there's all kinds of things that get pulled, but they have to get pulled. So the first point that I want to make with you guys today is to remember that in order to connect to a locomotive, both pieces of machineries have to be willing to connect and grab on. Why do I tell you that? The locomotive is a representation of somebody who has been or is super close to where you're trying to get, but you haven't, and you are the representation of the train car. Because that locomotive can get to where you want to get. Probably has already been there one too many times. So in order for you to get where you want to, you gotta find somebody who's been doing what you're doing. So the attribute that you have to remember is if you find somebody who's willing to help you get there, you also have to be willing to go and connect with that person. Point number two that falls right into it is you can't simply be willing to connect. You have to be willing to accept the way that they're going to pull you. Because that train car, the person conducting that locomotive, already knows the fastest, most effective ways to get there because they're experienced in doing it, and you have not been there. So although the road may be bumpy, although the road may be cold, may be dark at times, because guess what? Trains go through different parts of the world, different atmospheres, different environments to get to certain places, and that is no different than when we're trying to achieve the things that we want to achieve. There are bumps in the road, there's darkness, there's hard times, but there's also sun. So you have to be willing to understand that it may not be the way that you want to do it, but it's the way that they know that's going to work. You can tweak it after, but you gotta be willing to connect to them and the way that they're willing to do it. So the next part I want to talk to you guys about is a really interesting tactic, okay? It's not enough to simply grasp on. You have to be willing to hang on, which continues that second piece. You have to be willing to hang on because again, that road is bumpy. And if it gets too hard, are you going to get tired and just let go and get left behind? Because that can't happen. And that's not what I want for you. So that's point number 3 today, the last one that I'm going to leave you with. Make sure that that when you grab on, that you hang on for the whole ride until you've gotten to the place that you want to get. Because you can always take that next locomotive to get to the next level of what you're trying to achieve. But you have to at least get to one spot first. Get to the first stop. Because if not, what was all of it for? You can't just fall behind and wait for somebody to come push you or pull you. If you're already getting pulled, hang on for the ride. Don't just grasp on, hang on. Don't let go. So that's my talk for today. That's Connections Part 1 of the series of trains and how it'll help you moving forward. I wanted to say thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here. If this was helpful to you, please make sure that you like and subscribe and tell me something that you've gone through, right? Maybe you've already gone through a situation like this and you know somebody, you've been pulled somewhere. It'd be good to hear that. It'd be good for the rest of the people who are on here to know about those experiences. So make sure you put that down in the comments. I appreciate you all. Listen, stay focused, stay fortified, and stay in a fortress state of mind. Bye.